What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to All Things Football. Today we are joined, unfortunately, by two Chelsea fans. We have Chinaka and Alex CFC. Before I introduce the show, I just want to get your thoughts on, obviously, your Champions League win. You must be on cloud nine still celebrating.
Absolutely buzzing, man. The crazy thing is I called this way back in March when they had the round of 16 draw. So it's just beautiful to see it all come true.
I did the same thing, man. I did the same thing. I had a feeling, you know what I mean? I had a feeling, and I'm still dreaming, man. I think it still hasn't hit me. Like, it's been a week now, and it still hasn't sunk in yet.
He's talking rubbish, but you predicted it in March, man.
You know what I mean?
It
still hasn't sunk in yet. You know, I think I'm gonna just, I'm thinking of going next time that Stamford Bridge is open. You know, go for a little tour and just see the two Champions Leagues in a cabinet. Then that's when I know I'm not dreaming. You know,
pain in my heart. I mean, I'm obviously very happy for you. I'm a bit jealous because obviously I want it to be Manchester United, and by 2023, I'm sure it will be Manchester United. But for the time being, we're gonna have to see where we're at next season. But in today's show, we're going to be discussing what we think, not what Gareth Southgate is going to put out, but what we think the England squad in the opener against Croatia should be. We're going to be trying to predict the tournament as much as possible. So that's all of the group stage games to the final and who's going to win and everything along those lines. And also at the end, just as a little bonus for you guys, we're each going to be picking our best Euro squad. So that will be like the team of the best players in the tournament. So we might have Kante, Lewandowski, Neuer in goals, along all of that type of stuff. But we're just going to get started with, I think, what is going to be the hardest match in the group, I'd say, against Croatia. I think it's on Sunday. Now, as I said before, this is not going to be what we think Southgate is going to pick. This is going to be what we think the team should be, just to make that very clear for everybody watching. Now,
I'll share my screen so we can start to pick. So yeah, we'll start with goalkeeper.
I think one thing I've just been a bit confused about with the keeper selection recently is Johnston played ahead of Henderson. Does that mean Southgate has a ranking order of Pickford, Johnston, and then Henderson? Because if he does,
it's just a friendly though.
No, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You give Henderson the minutes. If you have a goalkeeper who you think can genuinely be England's keeper, you give him minutes. You get him used to the side. You get him used to the defenders. You give him experience.
You would have at least played him in one of those two friendlies just to
kind
of kind of be ready. You know what I mean? Because it's not like he played for I guess he played for Man United, but he didn't really play for a while. So actually being match focused actually could. But
yeah, because think about it. Pickford picks up a finger injury and he can't play for the next month and a half. But you haven't given Henderson any minutes. Sam Johnston has the fitness and the more recent experience between the sticks for England. You have to go with Johnston, which then tells me that Henderson is the third choice keeper, even though he probably is the best out of the three, in my opinion. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
Johnston didn't have a bad game though. He did pull off that one great save.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the competition is high. So to be honest, I wouldn't really mind who plays between Johnston or Henderson if they had to play, just because they're both two great keepers.
I think you said
Hendo is number one. To be honest, I mean he played quite a few games for Man United is number one. So I don't know what Southgate is doing with some of his picks. Some of the players that he's been playing aren't even going to be going to the Euros. So I don't know why he's not trying to get these people some minutes to get warm for the tournament.
Yeah, I agree. I also agree with Ibs, but I would like to put my own context on that. The competition is high, but all three of those keepers aren't of a really high level. Germany's competition for the keeper is high. They got Neuer and ter Stegen. We have Pickford, Johnston, and Henderson, who are all of a similar level, but not of the level an England national team should be going into a tournament with. I say the last world-class keeper we had going into the tournament was probably David Seaman. I guess my choice would be Dean Henderson as well. But it's obviously going to be Jordan Pickford that gets played against Croatia because he is the first choice.
So we're choosing our choice, not Southgate. We're the managers.
I just wish Henderson would start. I mean, I'd say off the back of the season that all the three keepers have just had, I'd say Henderson has had the best season. He had one, maybe two bad games. That performance against Liverpool, the most recent game against Liverpool, he just wasn't there. He didn't have a good day at the office. But Sam Johnston is. I know he's playing for a West Brom side. He doesn't have a good defense. I think they're letting the most goals or something like that. But
he made the most saves.
Yeah, but you're gonna make the most saves when you face the most shots.
Exactly.
Some of the goals he let in are what I'm looking at. It's just like he might as well have just not even been on the pitch with some of those shots. It's a tough one. It's a tough one for me to decide because they all have their downsides.
Saying Henderson.
Yeah. Well, I am.
Alex.
Thing is, man, I still go with Pickford. Like, no matter what, like Henderson, I think Henderson is still too young to start. Like, I think the pressure could get to him, and he could get. No matter how good maybe he's been in the last couple of games, it could cost him, and maybe the pressure can get to him. And it's not like I'm not just saying this because he's a Man United player or anything. I've got no bias. I think he's a really good goalkeeper, but I just think Pickford is just going to be the favorite one, and his distribution from the back to front is not bad, and for England, he's never been actually that bad. He's always performed for England. I don't remember the last time where he's had a shocker. He's always had decent performances, and he did pull important saves when he does play for England. So I think I would go for Pickford. I think he's done it, but he's been there and done it. I think Henderson would be good to like as a second goalkeeper, but I'll go with Pickford.
Yeah, I do agree with like what you're saying there about the experience that Pickford has, and that's the difference in a tournament like this. So that's probably what I think. I'm leaning towards Pickford as well, like 60-40.
It's a 2-on-2, so.
Well, you guys are the host, so you guys decide, don't you?
I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm older, so
older 1 year, 1 year older.
Wait, how old are you now? How old are you again?
I'm almost 22, man.
I'm 20. I'm turning 22 in 2 months.
As I said, I'm stronger in it. So I think Henderson, I think, is a better shot stopper than Pickford. One of Pickford's criticisms is that. It's more a meme than a criticism. He doesn't have the longest arms, and it's a genuine thing. He's a bit of a hothead. I think sometimes the passion gets the better of him, almost like Joe Hart at the 2016 Euros, I think it was, when that was one of his biggest criticisms. He was screaming in the tunnel. I feel like Pickford is almost his reflection on the pitch. He also is a bit rash. Now, Henderson, in one game in particular, I think it was against Sheffield United. I also don't know what he was doing there. He was a bit rash. He took out, I think it was Twanzebe or Lindelof or something. I just feel like Pickford's downsides are too much for his, good stuff, if that makes sense. I think Henderson is the more well-rounded keeper. So that's my argument for Henderson.
I'll let you have this one. If we get in another situation where it's 50-50, I'll call it. But now, I think we're in another tough position, right back. Wait, what formation are we actually doing? Firstly,
3-4-3 because that's what they play.
3-4-3.
There's two different formations England plays.
No, I think. Well, let's think what he's going to do. But let's think what should we do for against the Croatia game. So,
I think he's going to free the back for the Croatia.
That's
a good shout.
Yeah, let's do free the back.
Well, none of us know because none of us are insiders, but none of us know if Harry Maguire is going to be fit enough to play. So I don't know if we can rule him out. I think we are going to have to rule out Harry Maguire for the opener against Croatia.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's been back in full training. Henderson's been back in full training. Harry Maguire hasn't, and obviously ligament damage, especially around the ankle, is something that you can't, run through it. You have to you have to take that time off. You have to keep your foot up in the air, and I think we can rule him out of this match.
So who would be like the actual central centre back?
John Stones has to be John Stones.
Stones, yeah. I think that
John
makes
Stones
sense.
has had an amazing season. Him and Diaz at the back of, they were part of the best defense in the league, and I think they were the best partnership in the league this season. And also, I'm apart from Conor Cody, just in terms of age, he is England's most experienced centre back, and I think even with Maguire is the most experienced centre back that we have at the moment in terms of England caps and football at the highest level.
No arguments there. I think John Stones is the first defender on the team sheet.
Yeah.
Next up, what are we saying? I think.
Nah, this is where it gets.
This is where it gets tough.
Tyrone
Mings is meaty.
Tyrone Mings. Ben White just being called up.
You see, I won't lie to you. Ben White in his last game, he had a good game. He did have a good game, but for his standards, if you want to put it like that, I don't want to see Tyrone Mings anywhere near the starting lineup. I don't want to see Ben White anywhere near the starting lineup. And if I'm being 100% honest, I don't want to see Conor Cody either. But we're gonna have to pick two of them.
Yeah.
Our centre back choices were not picked carefully. Ezra Konsa should be in there, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Tomori should also be there.
Yeah, Tomori. You know what I mean? I feel like the centre backs were picked on reputation and previous England call-ups, not on their actual season. But we have a choice. Which one are you dropping?
I think Mings is going to play because he's left-footed.
Yeah.
I think he will play.
Luke Shaw could play that.
Yeah,
he might even put Carl Walker or Reece James.
Yeah.
I think I put Carl Walker there.
Oh no, I think he's going to do that 100%. He's either going to play
Carl Walker.
James.
Carl Walker here.
Yeah.
And Carl Walker there.
And then Luke Shaw here.
I don't think he put two.
No,
he wouldn't put two
fullback. Yeah, he couldn't do that.
With physicality, he put Tyrone Mings.
Tyrone Mings.
Yeah, he put Tyrone Mings here.
I might put Conor Cody, to be honest.
He put Mings. Actually, no, we can't say he. This is us. We can't be saying he.
Yeah.
It's just us.
I'd say Conor Cody.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't know. I don't see it. I don't see what other people see.
I go for Mings, man. I
personally would put Luke Shaw here and like Chilwell here.
But then what about the right side?
No, but what we have to think about is if you have Luke Shaw on the left-hand side of the left-hand side of the three at the back, and then you want to put Carl Walker on the other side, you can't. I mean, it looks good on paper.
I say Stones, Mings, Carl Walker.
If you're going to put a fullback, I think you have to put Ben White in there. I'm not going to lie. I think Ben White is better than Mings and Cody.
Yeah, I don't know.
And even in the last game, if that's anything to go off, he was the better centre back.
Yeah, Mings did make a few mistakes.
I think Mings is just not of.
But he's left-footed. That's the benefit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why he should play here.
Defender that they put.
I think that being left-footed or right-footed on your respective side isn't as important as it used to be. You have what's his name, Van Dijk, Gomez. You have Sergio Ramos and Varane. You have Longley and PK. You have Stones and Diaz. So many right-footed partnerships which thrive. I don't think being left-footed is as important as people make it out to be, because you're still going to be able to pass on the ball. You're still going to be able to move it on quickly. It just depends on how you take the ball, what your first touch is like. I don't think just because he's left-footed, Tyrone Mings should start.
I fully back that, to be honest.
I don't know. I think I'll go for Mings, man.
It's outdated.
I just hate Mings. I hate is a strong word.
You're saying Ben White and Walker.
Yeah, because Ben White, I think, is just better than Mings. I think he's just a better football player than Mings. He's more composed on. I would want Ben White on the ball because England want to play a type of football where you pass it out. This is why we have the three at the back. You have more space. You can pass it to the fullback. You can pass it to the six. You can do all of this and that short, nice passes. Tyrone Mings gets the ball and just lumps it up the top. That's what he does. That's his game. Every time he gets the ball, his first thought is, where's Sterling or where's Rashford, right on the edge of the 6-yard box, and that's what he goes for. I wouldn't put Mings. I just can't do it.
For me, it's definitely either Cody or Ben White. I haven't really seen too much of Ben White, but Connor Cody, I feel like that's a solid guy there.
Let's just go for Ben White then. It's Ben White, Stones.
Yeah, Ben White's gone.
And Walker. Ben White, Stones, and Walker.
We have to talk about Walker as well. He's not a centre-back by trade, and he did get found out at the World Cup. So he will be a bit of a liability, but because he has two relatively fast centre-backs and obviously his own personal pace, I think it's when we play against the better teams, if we're going to persist with the 3 at the back against the better teams, we're probably going to get found out there.
Or maybe Reece James, because he's not as quick. So having Harry Walker more as a, because it's not like, look, Reece James, he's been when he did go back in that position for Chelsea for the last month or so, he was really good. And he did Sterling, and he did actually play really well in that position. So I wouldn't be shocked if because also I think having Walker, Walker's a lot quicker than Reece James. So having him overlap players, especially in that right wing back position, could actually be quite important. So
see, the issue with that is I think Reece James has a way better attacking output with his crosses and all that for I think Kyle Walker, I don't know. I think him recovering with that pace is a lot more useful than him just bombing forward. We have the wingers with the pace.
Yeah. But how do you think? I know we're picking a team, and this is what the players we want to play. But at the end of the day, England have a style of play. How do you think Southgate is going to try and approach this? Do you think he wants to dominate the ball? Because if you want to dominate the ball, I put Kyle Walker on the right wing back position, because he plays for Man City. You don't play for Manchester City if you can't keep the ball, if you can't be composed and string 45 passes together.
The same can be said for Reece James.
I think Kyle Walker's better on the ball, and he plays in a team already which dominate every single team they play against.
Well, I'd say Reece James is equally as good on the ball.
But I also think Reece James is better defensively and in one-on-one situations.
But he's also better attacking.
Yeah,
Kyle Walker's not bad attacking. He's still one of the better attacking right backs in Europe. He's been steady one of the best right backs in the Premier League for the past 7 or 8 years as well. Like
sticky one. Depending on who he faces, I don't know who I'd put right centre back. Because let's say, for example, if we're playing against France, I definitely want Kyle Walker there. Just watching Kylian Mbappe, because that pace is going to probably kill Reece James.
Do you know who I want? Wan-Bissaka.
He's not here now. But definitely, if Wan-Bissaka was here, he'd locked on Mbappe for sure.
Yeah, he's done it before, and he'll do it again. But I think you're gonna have to put Reece James in the right wing back position.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna go there. The thing is, now we've got that right wing back. I think left wing back doesn't need to be.
It's gonna be. It has to be.
It doesn't need to be a defensive player.
It has to be true.
That's the benefit, because when you play 3 at the back, Reece James has that defensive mindset. He can drop in here when you're defending. This person here doesn't necessarily have to drop back to make a 5 at the back.
Yeah.
Because when you're defending, it can be a 4-4-2 or whatever.
No, but then you just start with a.
Because there's many different ways of playing with a 3 at the back system.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I would think if you're defending, you drop to a 5. Surely.
Yeah, you would.
No, yeah, it just depends how you're going to play. You know what I mean? Because you could have. Well, if you look at Chelsea's way that they did play, they had the 3 defenders.
Yeah.
So obviously, if let's say, well, this is the same kind of information that Chelsea played. Ben White, imagine if he was Rudiger would actually push up, and then Reece James would actually drop back, which would make them the 3 at the back, which means that then, let's say Luke Shaw's playing, he would even push up even further. So it's kind of would drop back in like that. So,
but what we also have to realize is that Tuchel is a gifted manager, and
no, it's true.
We have Southgate. Chelsea are very, very compact in the Champions League final. In the post-match analysis, 17 yards between the centre back and the striker.
Yeah.
England play 3 at the back, and it's freestyle. It's just get the ball to one of the creative players and find Kane. And I think we're not going to be as effective as Chelsea. So for that reason, I think you have to put either Shaw or Chilwell.
Oh no, I think they're going to play one of them too. I think one of them has to.
I think Shaw.
Yeah,
but you know what? I don't think we're going to play 3 at the back against Croatia. I think we're going to go for a 4. I just can't see us playing a 3 at the back because we've been away from it for too long to just go back to it.
We have been playing for past 2 games.
That is true. That's true. I don't know, man.
So we can easily change it.
The thing is, I think Croatia we're going to play safe.
But Croatia aren't the team they used to be, and Southgate will know that.
This is our team. Let's just do 4 at the back now. Yeah, let's do 4 at the back. I guess this is our team, so we'll just do 4 at the back.
So what happens? Ben White out.
James starts. Does James start with Walker?
No, he doesn't.
No. I don't think so.
For England, I would agree that Walker should start. I think
Walker
experience is important.
Stones.
So does White start?
Nah, Mings has to start there.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I mean, I don't like him, but he has to start there in the 4 at the back.
Mings, and then I guess Luke Shaw.
You have to play Luke Shaw. He's been the best left back this season. He got Team of the Year, PFA Team of the Year. He's been the best left back in Europe this season.
I think Ben Chilwell will suit more of a 3-back formation. I think.
Yeah, like a 4-back. Yeah,
maybe Luke Shaw is more. But look, Ben Chilwell is also really good at a 4. You know, that's what he's always done his whole career. But look, man, I wouldn't even be bothered. Them two,
they're very similar.
They're very similar, so there'll be no difference.
I think this position is, solidified.
Yeah, I think it's Declan Rice written all over.
Rice.
I swear, if he plays Jordan Henderson in 2-3,
I don't want to see Henderson.
In 4 days, man, I'll be shooting my head, man.
Oh, now the rest, 2 other centre mids position. This is tough.
I think
one of them is Mason Mount.
Yeah, one of them has to be Mount.
Mason Mount.
I think it's just.
Who do we want in that other position? Who we pick in that position defines how we play.
Personally, I want Jude Bellingham in that position.
I agree so much. I need Bellingham in there.
Has to be Jude Bellingham. I don't want to see Hendo on that pitch. He's not fit. He's clearly not fit. Jude Bellingham is probably the best midfielder in England.
I think it has to be Bellingham because I can't see Grealish playing in centre mid. There's not enough cover. There's not enough cover for Rice. Rice will be exploited if we have Mount and Grealish.
Yeah.
Foden as well. Can't be Mount on Foden. It'll be too exposed. So the only correct balance would be Bellingham because he can get up and down.
He's the best box-to-box midfielder England have, and he's 17 years old.
That's crazy.
I cannot believe we fumbled the bag. I'll never, ever forgive Woodward for that. Ever.
I think put Bellingham in.
If you put Bellingham in, it means you're so solid defensively because when we're defending, Rice will slot over to the left, Bellingham will drop back next to Rice, and you have Mount in front. And
Mount is a hard-working player.
Yeah,
he will go up and down as well.
If anything, it will be a flat.
Mount drops in also, so
it'll be a flat 3.
Yeah.
See, if we're going, I feel like we're going for a really young team here, apart from Walker.
Yeah, it's kind of an experience.
But in a way, you need that.
Does that matter? Because to be honest, like Bellingham is played. I don't get when people talk. Yeah, I guess it's their first Euros, but doesn't mean they're inexperienced. They both played Champions League football. They both played at the highest level. Like Man just won a Champions League final, so it's not like he's experienced. I think to be honest, like they're probably going to thrive under the pressure. You know, sometimes you put young players on a pitch.
Yeah, that's why I think, especially with tournament, if you went into the Premier League or you went into a league with a team this young, over the course of the season, it will come to bite you. But in tournament football, especially in I'd say it would be better in the knockout stages because it's just you're in the excitement of the moment. I feel like the lack of experience might just benefit you. I would just be a bit scared because of the lack of experience, like little things like holding the ball in the corners, things like that. You might get a bit excited. You might be 1-0 up in the 90th minute, but you want to score another one, lose the ball, and now you're conceding the counter attack. Things like that come with experience. It's just natural.
These players are obviously the best 26 players in the country. Someone like Bellingham, although he's 17, he's obviously matured so much that he's not
17, man.
Yeah, he's in the squad. So these players are all good enough and they can play at this level. So I don't think we should be too worried about that.
I'd say Mount and Rice are the first 2 names on the team sheet, along with Harry Kane, obviously.
Yeah.
Rice definitely, because of Henderson's injury and lack of football this season, and Mason Mount because he's just a quality player and Southgate loves him. Yeah. But I do think that's a very, very balanced midfield, which gets you goals.
So, I think we can easily put Kane here.
Yeah.
Kane, of course. No.
So wingers are going to be difficult, man.
Wingers, this is tough.
Man.
This is
right.
This is hard, man.
On the right hand side,
I think we'll start with the right.
Before we pick the players, I have a question for the 2 Chelsea fans.
Yeah.
If you're watching England play, would you want 2 wingers who are gonna get the ball and just play tiki-taka? Would you want Foden and Grealish on a wing, or would you want one, technical player and one like speed merchant like Rashford or Sterling, or would you want like Sancho, who's a bit of both, and then you have a technical player on the left or a speed merchant on the right? Because I think there's so many different ways that us and Southgate can approach this. Because if you put Sterling on one side and Rashford on the other side, then your ball retention's not going to be as high, but you're going to be way more dangerous on the counter attack. You're you're much more of a goal threat, like a direct goal threat. Whereas if you put Grealish and say Foden on the wing, you might not be as much of a goal threat, and there's no pace on the counter attack. If we need to counter a side, we won't be able to do that.
It's really going to depend of how Southgate plays, but like. Look, man, I think Grealish needs to be in the team because Grealish is just he's the most unique player that we have in our squad. He's the guy who can get you the fouls. And look, man, England rely on set pieces. We rely on set pieces in the World Cup, and I think we are a team that can score from set pieces. Let's say Maguire comes back, and we are dangerous on set pieces, and also Grealish, he can unlock things because he can turn players and he can open games up, and he's the only player he's got that creative spark, and he's just a unique player in the team. And also, I think Rashford. I think for me, like if I was going to predict who was going to be starting, I think Rashford's going to start. I think it's just because of his pacing behind, and I think you have to remember now that Kane, he's not that kind of striker who's going to just play at the top. He's probably going to drop back in and be more that creative, creative. They're kind of that Son and Kane partnership. So maybe I can see Rashford being that kind of Son player, making the runs in behind. And we saw then in the friendlies that England were kind of missing that running behind. And look, for example, Werner, right? Werner, what he does well is that he, makes the defense, he makes the defense drop. He opens the spaces for other players
because of his pace.
His pace can do that, and it's running behind. And so
I think that's a brilliant point.
Yeah,
when you have pacier players, you just the opposition defense will automatically drop a few yards deeper. Because if Croatia want to play a high line with Rashford and Sterling on the pitch, then I can't see anything other than a 5-0 demolition to us. But if we have Grealish and Foden, I say the 2 slower players, they're going to drop way deeper because they know they're not going to get caught on a, out of the back pace.
Attack is so exciting, man.
But I think I can see with Grealish, yes, he is someone that we've never seen like before, that type of player. So I think he's going to be crucial in the tournament. I think he's going to be the type of player who would come off the bench, even though he should really start. I feel like he's a player that will come off the bench and then can create something out of nothing if we need to in the last moments of a game or last 20 minutes of a game. But I feel like in a game like this, having Rashford, Sterling is perfect because, as you said, Kane drops deep. Kane will drop deep, and you can have runners coming off him in terms of Rashford,
I wouldn't
Sterling.
play Sterling.
I wouldn't have that either. I think Sterling and Rashford are in pretty bad form.
I wouldn't play
Sterling especially has been having a stinker in the second half of the season, so I don't think Sterling should start.
Who would your 2 wingers be?
When you play for England,
my 2 wingers personally would be on the right hand side, Phil Foden. Although you guys are saying it's slow, he's got jets. This guy, I think he has one of the fastest sprints in the Premier League. So Phil Foden, although he doesn't look fast, he's a number 10 and all that. You probably think he's like a FIFA 70 pace, but he's actually got jets. This guy.
Nah, you see, when people say he's had one of the fastest sprints in the Premier League. All I say is to that is Phil Jagielka always had one of the fastest sprints, but he was, you know, when we're talking about someone who, even when they're jogging, not even at full speed, they're burning people out. Sterling, Rashford, Sancho, they skin defenders, and they're not even running 100%. Phil Foden will skin a defender, but he's busting a gut. You need that natural pace.
But here's the thing: have you seen that Phil Foden goal against Brighton when he was basically pushed out the pitch and came back like God?
Look, man, some serious pace. You could see Foden even like. Well, I think like this could be too much of a young team, but like I think Rashford and Foden will start and have Foden right wing on his left foot.
Also, Rashford. I don't know about Rashford.
And have Rashford on the left. Like that would be dangerous because
now you see. But you see what I'll say as a counter to Alex, I think not just us, but pundits and other fan channels, they forget about Jadon Sancho because he doesn't play in England.
Yeah, I know.
Jadon Sancho
I think Jadon Sancho is on the left side.
He's our best winger. Right. Jadon Sancho is our best winger.
I haven't seen it in England. That's the thing. In the England,
but then
system,
and then you don't start.
But neither we have with Foden though. Really.
But then you don't start Bellingham. If you haven't seen it in England, you don't start Bellingham.
But for Bellingham, you know what? Okay,
yeah, you know what you're gonna get with Sancho. Sancho's just dropped back-to-back masterclasses of seasons. Not the season that they finished, but the season that was before, 20 goals and 20 assists as a teenager, and then again now I think it's 16 goals and 12 assists or 20 assists, something like that. He's a proven world-class player now. It wasn't just a one season thing. He's proven himself on the world stage. He's proved himself in the Champions League. He's been given chances for England, and he's scored and had assists already. I think he is our most creative player. He's better than Phil Foden. He's better than Jack Grealish. I think he has to start on the right. And with Jadon Sancho, you get someone who can play the technical football. He can play like Jack Grealish and Phil Foden, but at the same time, he can do the same thing that Rashford and Sterling do, but with a better output. I think he has to start on the right.
I think the combination of Foden and Sancho would actually be perfect because the reason why they have a bit of option of how they want to play. So either if they want to keep the ball, Foden and Sancho are very good with keeping the ball, creativity and all that, but they're also decently quick. Yeah. So Sancho can definitely take somebody one-on-one and then put in a nice cross for Kane. And then Foden is just ridiculously silky, and he can just find the players. So I don't know who's going to be on the right because both of them can play either side. But I think those two would have to be the wingers. And then coming off the bench, you'd have Sterling probably to just come on with that pace and just mix things up a bit. And Rashford maybe.
Guys, let's not forget.
Grealish,
he's not going to start.
Grealish will definitely get you fouls later on in like the 70th minute if it's like tight. And get you fouls, then you just start pinning in balls. So, yeah, Grealish could probably come on later, but I wouldn't have him start because he holds the ball way too long.
There's also Saka, but I don't think Saka's going to play.
No. Saka's just a 26 man. He's just here on the
tour. No. But I'm just saying, but like, I think, who knows, man.
I'm still saying Rashford left wing.
Yeah, my choice would be Rashford on the left and Sancho on the right because you get Rashford who, even though he might not have had he did have literally factually. Now he had his best ever season for Manchester United, but for some reason a lot of people don't seem to want to acknowledge that he does produce for England. He was wearing a captain's armband in the last match, so that has to mean something. You don't just give it out for fun. Obviously he scored the winner. I think he starts on the left. I don't think he should. From a Manchester United point of view, he shouldn't. I don't want to see any of him at this tournament, if I'm perfectly honest with you. But I think he should start on the left and Sancho on the right.
So I think we can all agree with Rashford on the left. It's just the right-hand side.
Wait. I said Rashford. You said Rashford. Does anyone else say Rashford?
I did not say Rashford.
I'll say Rashford.
I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now it's 3 against 1. It has to be Rashford on the left. And who would your choice be on the right? I say Sancho.
It has to be Sancho.
You say Sancho, Ibs? Wait.
If I wanted to throw a spanner in the works, I'd say Foden, but I know I'm going to get out Foden.
I just, in general, I don't think Foden should start. I don't think he should start.
You got
I know
this guy
he's
almost single-handed. He was probably the best attacker for Man City, and if it wasn't for Chelsea, they would have had a quadruple. So this guy has been mad.
he's a good player, but he only he got Young Player of the Year.
Scored 16 goals
Undeserved.
on the season, man.
top
Mason
6
Greenwood scored
PFA.
17 last season. Doesn't get spoken about.
Yeah, but he's a striker.
Mason
Like,
Greenwood's a
he's
striker.
more of an attacker.
He's playing in
number
the
10.
same positions as Foden. They're playing on the wing. Foden's been majority on the wing this season. Also, not even playing every game. He started 25 games, I think, in the league.
Yeah, but look at the team he's playing. He's playing in Man City. That has like 3
Yeah.
players for each position.
You can't be dead in that team.
Greenwood
If you
walks into Man United because no one else is there. Who else plays? Mata or something.
if Foden's in that team and he's not putting the numbers up that he is, that's just standard. In that Man City team, you can't not score because balls get put on a box outside the 6-yard box for you. He can't not score. Not taking anything away from him because he's obviously a very, very good player, but I just don't think. I mean, people call him a 10 out of 10 player. I think he's an 8 out of 10 player. He's not perfect. He's very good.
Yeah, it's definitely not perfect, but
I think Mount's better than him.
Whoa!
I think Mount's better than Foden. Yeah, I think Mason Mount is.
Mount has been amazing this season.
He should have won that PFA Young Player of the Year.
Well, too much British media.
Let me give you a stat.
No,
Let me
man.
give you a stat here, though. Look,
Mount.
I think Mount's been good, yeah.
Mount does not really have that creativity. I mean, he's a
He's had
crazy hard worker.
83 shots. He's had 83 shots on target. 83 shots, and only scored 6 goals this season.
Who said that? I mean, who's that?
Me.
You?
Yeah, you.
Oh no! What player? What player?
Mount has been good, yeah.
Oh,
Mount has been good. But you can't go as a midfielder, have over 83 shots, and only score 6 goals. So
He's not really a scorer like that, to be honest.
But like he's meant to be, but he is an attacking midfielder. And to be honest, but anyways, well, why are we debating this? But anyway, look,
yeah, Mount's starting. Mount's starting in the middle.
Mount's starting definitely, but in a deeper position. But yeah.
Foden
Look,
is
I think
clear.
I'm saying Sterling.
Sterling.
Right.
Sterling.
Yeah, I'm saying Sterling.
Probably bench for
I'll go
Foden.
Sancho.
That's the thing with me.
How many Premier League goals did Sterling score this year? Because I know he didn't have
It's
a bad
not about
season.
that. It's not about that.
He just
I
had
think
a.
he still has the quality. He still has the quality to
Yeah,
play.
he's. I'd say he's England's. I know. I think I just said Sancho is England's best winger, but Sterling is England's best winger. Sterling is.
I'm
gonna go with
this guy. You guys have to look at form sometimes. I know he's a baller for England, so that's why I think I definitely have him coming off the bench. But this guy's been chowing bench for Phil Foden. So
Sterling scored 10 goals in the league and got 7 assists. I don't know. I'm gonna check his.
I'm just saying it. This is based on England. I feel like Sterling for England would be better.
Sterling isn't a great scorer for England. I'll say that he's just not a great. Yeah, he does score against the smaller teams.
Albania or something like that.
But he's important to the way England play.
Yeah, that's why I'd say Sterling to start the game.
But I'd say Sancho.
Foden or Sancho can easily come off the bench.
I think Foden starts if we play a 4-2-3-1. Foden starts. If we play it really depends on the formation with the personnel you pick.
True.
Like it's tricky, but I say Sancho. Ib says Sterling.
Oh, that's true. Actually, 4-2-3-1. Oh man, there's so many ways. That's the problem. I'm just scared because I think Southgate he's not that good of a manager, and he's just gonna like, you know, when you have too many options, sometimes then you end up making a mistake, and I just hope he picks the right players.
With all of these guys.
Yeah. Anyways, we need to rely on our defense. To be honest, we should play like Liverpool used to be before Van Dijk was in the team. You know,
Just outscore
teams. Because our attack and our ways of attacking midfield, like it's dangerous, and when Linker play those players, it's good. So, anyways, I would go for Sancho, man. Like just Sancho.
So Sancho, yeah, I guess Sancho wins that. Okay, it's the final squad. Henderson number 1, Kyle Walker right back, Shaw left back, centre backs Mings and John Stones, Declan Rice in DM. Then ahead of him, Mount and Bellingham.
Defense is disgusting.
Left wing, Marcus Rashford. Number 10 on the right, Sancho. And obviously the captain, Kane, up front.
Marcus Rashford, MBE.
Since he got that title, I don't know what happened to him. But hey, I'm not going to say anything. We'll see the match.
But yeah, this team should realistically beat Croatia, but we all know what happened in the semi-finals of the World Cup. So,
can I just say that Arsene Wenger has England down as like a dark horse team, along with Belgium and the Netherlands. He obviously thinks France are going to win it, but he does think England have a good chance at this tournament. And to be perfectly honest, with the attacking talent that we have, and it's just honestly.
It's a tournament. You don't have to be the best team to win it. You know what I mean? It is
exactly.
And
the only problem I see with this team is our centre backs.
Yeah.
And the keeper. Centre backs and keeper. Those three positions are the only issues I have with this team. Fullback, we've had left back Luke Shaw, one of the best in Europe this season, if not the best. Chilwell as a backup to him, I would personally have, is also one of the better fullbacks in Europe. We have Reece James, just won the Champions League. Kyle Walker's been part of one of the best sides in the last couple of decades. Declan Rice, up and coming. Mason Mount, Phil Foden, Jadon Sancho, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane as well. All some of the best in class in their position. And then we have players like Grealish and Sterling off the bench. If you want to start Rashford,
we have the best striker in Europe.
We
have the best striker. No, we have the best striker. No, obviously in the Euros, we have the best striker in the Euros.
Lewandowski's there.
Is Poland in?
He's not gonna count. Yeah, Poland's there, but they're not going to do much, to be honest.
Yeah, so this is what I mean.
Yeah,
so
we have.
He's going to perform the best. Yeah,
we have some of the best players in Europe in our team. Just even on the bench, it's just our manager.
It's like Man City. Literally, our team is almost like Man City.
Yeah,
the depth we have in our team, apart from in defense, I'd say obviously the centre backs, but apart from that.
And when Harry Maguire comes back as well, it just improves us even more. Hate him all you want, but he's been a very important player for Manchester United and England.
He's always performed for England, you know. So
yeah.
Let's move on to obviously predicting the tournament.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I need to start playing some bets.
We'll start with Group A, obviously. Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, and Italy. Alex, do you want to start us off?
All right.
Italy.
Well, who goes first, though?
Yep. 1 to 4.
Italy takes this.
Yeah.
I think the issue. I think this group picks itself. You know, I think it's Italy. I'll go last. I think I'll probably put Wales last, unfortunately. And then I think Turkey. I think Turkey are just. I think that the underdogs. Of this Euro, I think they have a really good team. They have Yilmaz, the little striker who's had an incredible season. So, and you know, he's kind of coming end of his career. So this is his last big tournament, and they have really good players in that.
You have Yaziki as well. I think he plays for
but I think Italy will get first, and probably Turkey get second. Maybe Switzerland third, and Wales fourth.
You know what? I feel like Switzerland and Turkey could either come second or third, because every tournament Switzerland they always qualify from the group stage because they have good players. They got Jan Sommer in goal. They have a Kanji or a Kanji. I don't know how to pronounce the name properly. At centre back, Ricardo Rodriguez is slowing down, but they have Mbabu as well. At right back, he's a bit of an animal. Obviously, they have Shaqiri, who seems to love playing for his country. I think one thing that a lot of people forget about is some players are just born to play international football. And I think Shaqiri is one of them. I think Jan Sommer is as well. He always pulls out masterclasses at these tournaments. I think Switzerland are gonna. I think Switzerland they could even top the group. Could even do it.
Chinaka, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are definitely Italy has to take the top spot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They've had some crazy form coming into the tournament. Some people were even saying they might be a dark horse, but I don't.
No, I think they're gonna win it.
Of course, Alex would say that.
Quite delusional and saying the dark horses, but anyway.
People sleeping on Italy.
Alex is actually Swedish.
I'm putting money on them to win it. Like I'm gonna
over France and Portugal
and England.
Italy are the dark horses on this competition. And the thing is, I think
Wales, for me personally, I actually think Wales could either be third or second would be a stretch, but I think they could be third because they have pretty decent players. They've got.
I think they're coming fourth. Dan James plays for them.
They're going last, man.
For his country.
Dan James, that's some pace on pace. Then they
Dan James is one of those international players. You see the Robben-esque goals he scores for Wales, and then he tries to do it for United, and that's the reason the stadium's broken. Like, you see what I'm trying to say? He is an international player. I remember what they did at the last Euros as well. Remember?
Yeah, that's
like they defied the odds. And they have, if anything, they have an equal or just even a better team. Obviously, Gareth Bale slowed down a little bit, but when it comes to
goal to game ratio in the Prem,
when it comes to the home nations, like the smaller home nations, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, when their players put on that shirt, they're superheroes. They play like their life depends on it. I think Wales, they might surprise a couple of people.
I think they'll come fourth.
James doesn't like James.
They got Aaron Ramsey there.
No matter the love story, they're still coming forward.
Defensive Ben Davies, Nico Williams. It's pretty decent, man.
So I guess it's between Switzerland and Turkey for second. I'll say Switzerland second.
I want you people to go back and watch this video and see when I said Wales is coming second.
Not happen, man.
I'm saying Switzerland second.
Watch that.
How about you, Anton and Alex?
I'm going Turkey. I'm going Turkey second.
I put Switzerland second, man.
I'll put Switzerland second.
Yeah, okay.
I just think their individual player quality is too good.
Turkey, different level. Trust me, if you look at all the Turkish, I think Turkey are going to surprise people.
That group is too tight. It's a really tight group.
So Group B, Russia, Belgium, Denmark, Finland. I think we all know who's going to come first in this group.
Yeah,
Finland.
I was about to say Finland. Is it Teemu Pukki? Does he play for them?
Yeah, Teemu Pukki, Glenn Kamara, the one that got racially abused for Rangers. He's been fighting racial justice.
Finished.
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, seriously, Russia didn't do badly in the World Cup, so you can't write them off. Denmark.
That's a home World Cup. That was unfair advantage. If next World Cup in England are winning it.
I think it's going to be Denmark. I think it's going to be Belgium. Belgium first and Denmark second, I think.
Yeah.
I think Belgium.
I think this is an easier group to decide.
Finland last.
Yeah.
Russia. Okay, Group C. Is that Austria?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put Netherlands first. And then
Ukraine. And
Ukraine are a solid time.
You know, I think Ukraine are going to win this group.
I say these guys last.
Yeah,
North
Macedonia.
Macedonia. They have Yilmaz. They're coming second, bro. Yilmaz plays for Napoli. He's a up and coming talent.
I don't even know who that is. So Netherlands. I think Netherlands will come first. I don't know. Alex, did you say Ukraine?
I think Ukraine are going to come first, man. I think.
I wouldn't disagree with Alex. I wouldn't disagree with him.
Ukraine.
Yeah, they've always been a solid team.
In the last 2 years, and they play really good football. They play good, and they're a good team, and they play a very attacking football style system.
They have a few Brazilian players. Morales or Moraes, I can't remember his name. They have him.
Oh, they're good. Look, I swear they beat like Belgium. Trust me, I think Ukraine. Yeah. They gave a couple of good games.
Netherlands and Ukraine are interchangeable.
And to be honest, besides Van der Beek is out, Van Dijk is not there. Like besides the Depay can carry them. Besides that, it's not like they have De Jong and stuff, but
I think they have underperforming players.
Yeah, so I think we could say Austria will come third.
Yeah, third. Yeah.
So it's then between 1 and 2 between Ukraine and Netherlands.
Put Ukraine second, but I think Ukraine could come first. But
okay, Group D. Scotland, England, Croatia, and the Czech Republic. Who's top in this group?
England need to get second to have an easy way to define them.
Yeah, but they're not going to be aiming for second.
England need to play safe. Get a draw against Croatia, and then maybe a draw against Scotland, and then beat Czech Republic, and you get second.
We're going to do a World Cup 2.0.
Because, man, if we win this group, we're playing either Portugal, France, or Germany. One of them two. One of them three after. So to be honest, what's the point of game winning the group and then lose the next match?
It's true.
Because we're going to
they're going to be aiming to win every game. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know.
With the players we have, I don't see why we can't go all the way to the final. Whoever we come up against, only team that beats us is France.
Yeah,
That's
true. But anyways, yeah, and I think England, no matter what I just said, I think England is still going to get first. But
Scotland or Croatia, second.
See, I'm going to stick to my guns, and I still think Scotland.
Scotland.
Second.
I think Scotland second. Yeah.
Anton.
I'm putting Croatia second. Scotland they come second.
I'm gonna go with Scotland.
Second.
Scotland's got a good defense.
Yeah, just for
Robertson.
Just repping GB. I don't know.
Trying to please all the Scottish watchers.
I just think Croatia
as well.
Stop saying Billy Gilmore.
Gilmore. This is our prediction, man. Different predictions. We don't have to always go for the.
Yeah, Croatia might not have the tournament we think they're gonna have. Just because they got to the final of the World Cup.
I'm not even
that. It's going to happen again.
They have good players. They got Modric, Rakitic, Bracalo. Oh no, he's at
but an aging team though. They're quite.
Yeah, that midfield is average age of 33 or something.
Very aging team, and well, anyways.
Okay, the next group. Group E: Poland, Spain, Sweden, Slovakia. I think yes, Spain are coming top.
Spain are not the team they used to be.
They're not, but this group they should still come top.
Sweden with Ibrahimovic and Isaac up front.
Ibrahimovic is not there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's injured.
Yeah, he's not going.
Oh, he came out of retirement for what? That's what you get, man. That's what you get.
Poland or Sweden second.
Poland. Purely because of Zielinski, Wojciech Szczesny, Robert Lewandowski. I don't know if Blaszczykowski's still playing, but if he is, he's going to score a screamer because he always does.
This is going to be an interesting one because I think Sweden are really good also.
Yeah, decent.
They have Forsberg and all those other players. And Poulsen. They have.
Poulsen. He is Danish. You're talking about Yusuf Poulsen.
Sweden are not bad either, And I think Sweden, they're probably more of a team than what Poland. Oh, it's tough. I think Lewandowski is just going to carry them, and I think.
I'd put Poland second. Purely because of
Lewandowski.
I think Poland have a good spine. Their fullbacks, wingbacks aren't the best, but they have a good spine. Especially Szczesny is one of the better keepers in Europe as well, and obviously they have Lewandowski, Zielinski, Krakowiak, or how we say his name. This is the toughest group
for me.
Okay,
who decided to do this group?
Can we just do this individually because we're never.
Yeah.
Portugal, France, Germany, Hungary. I think Hungary are going last.
Well, yeah.
What say swear?
All right. This is going to be controversial.
Okay, we'll start with Chinaka, then we'll go to Anton and Alex, and I'll go after Alex.
Yeah. Number one has to be France.
Okay.
Portugal, I think, could take second place. They're stacked almost as much as France. Every position has two players. And then Germany has to go third then.
Okay. Anton.
Same as me.
Same. Alex.
I think Portugal are going to come third. France are going to get first and Germany's going to get second. But Portugal will still go through. So
based on points.
However,
wait.
I was just about to say, however, because all these three games are so close, and there might be a lot of draws, which would mean that the person who gets third might not even be able to go through.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have enough points. Yeah,
enough points. So it's going to be interesting because obviously it's harder. If you look at all the other options of people who could finish third, I think maybe Turkey, maybe a Croatia could go. Who knows?
If you're finishing third, the maximum points you're getting is 4.
Yeah,
because you got to beat the bottom team. And maybe get a draw somewhere else.
Yeah, Croatia could beat Czech Republic, and Sweden could. To be honest, every single team who's third at the moment could beat the bottom team fourth.
I I'm just looking at the Sweden, Slovakia.
Mm.
I wouldn't be. Slovakia could be finishing. Slovakia is the team. Yeah, no black. Oh, that's Slovenian. That's Slovenia. Let me just triple check that actually.
Yeah, but a keeper's not gonna win your World Cup. A keeper's
Keeps
not
you
gonna
in-
get you.
Keeps you in the game.
He's not gonna win your game. Like, well, he can, but
So Alex, you're saying that
We'll give
Portugal
you a
third.
draw.
yeah, Portugal are gonna get third. Germany gonna get second. And France are gonna get first.
You know, I think I agree with you.
Do you know what?
I feel like Portugal won't get the top two. I feel like
Because
their
I
team
think
is not that
people are
good.
sleeping on Germany. You know, I don't know why.
Yeah, Germany have a
Germany
really good
is,
team.
man. And also, look, they brought back Thomas Muller, and Thomas Muller got over 25 assists this season.
Mm.
This is his last kind of international tournament. Of his
Yeah,
career.
I'd go with France and Germany. I don't feel like Portugal can do it.
However,
My issue with Germany is that I don't think they have a proper striker.
Portugal have Ronaldo, man, and Ronaldo can still, even at his age, he can still do bits.
I say Germany
so
have
hard.
players like wingers who can score goals. Serge Gnabry,
Yeah, that's
Sane,
But sometimes you need a striker. and
Müller
I
can
think Werner
score.
can do that.
Gundogan and Werner. Yeah.
Werner can score.
But you got.
You know what I mean? He did get a goal yesterday.
You didn't watch that Champions League final, did you?
He could. Werner just scored yesterday or 2 days ago, so he can still
They
get
scored
goals.
7 goals, man.
Benzema picked up an injury tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, apparently it's
Manos.
just a knock though, so I think he'll be back for the later games.
But
You
Giroud
see-
scored today anyway. So
You see, Alex's Portugal.
I agree with Portugal. I feel like they're not that good. I feel like yes, Ronaldo is there.
Do you want to go
is
through the
good,
squad?
no, I just
Anyway,
I think Portugal-
I'm just gonna stick to my guts, and I think like I'm not just like look. All three teams are quite incredible, like really good. I think Germany's defense could maybe like kind of be the weak point for them, but I just think Germany's gonna get second. I just think Portugal are gonna bottle it.
Nah, I think Germany coming third, man. Germany have the strongest
that's
midfield,
good,
like in their team. France obviously have the best squad in the tournament, have the best squad depth in the tournament, and they have some of the best individual players. Germany's midfield is incredibly strong. They have Gundogan, Goretzka. Is Goretzka there?
I'm not sure.
I feel like he isn't, but they also have Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah, Kimmich is top 2.
Goretzka. Let me see if he's in the squad. It says,
he has to be.
"Oh, injury round at Bayern Munich. Leon Goretzka probably out for Germany against France,
Shit.
and that was 2 days ago."
Ooh.
I can see. For me, it's France and then Portugal.
So you're saying that Portugal is beating Germany?
Definitely.
Yeah, look at their team. You got Bruno Fernandes, you got Ronaldo, João Felix, you got Danilo Pereira, Guerrero, Diaz, Pepe.
Diogo Jota,
Yeah, man.
Actually,
It's
Bernardo Silva.
the
yeah.
defense is also solid. You know, I think they're gonna play Pepe and Ruben Diaz at the back.
And they got man like Cancelo.
I know, man.
Pereira.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Portugal could even win this group. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could, because defense wins you tournaments. That's what people need to know.
Portugal can still win this group, but I just think Portugal gonna get third. Like I just got a feeling that they're gonna
Yeah, I have that feeling as well that they could still just not perform.
not perform.
Wait, so
Even though
Portugal
they-
can win this group, but
They
they're
won
coming
the-
third.
They won the last Euros, and they didn't do very well. Really, they
Yeah.
only won. I think they scored 1 goal a game or something like.
Yeah.
They only won once before the final. Something dumb like that.
There's
or
gonna be a
drawing
lot of
the games.
draws. I think there's gonna be a lot of draws in this group. So it's gonna be, I think, based on someone who can win and.
You know, I'm changing mine. Portugal coming first, France second.
Oh,
That's my.
I
new-
wouldn't be mad at
Shit.
it, to be honest.
well, yeah, but Anton,
Nah, you can't put
But
Portugal.
Anton, then we would play France in the quarterfinals, and we're gonna lose.
Give us France. You have to
Give
beat the
us
best to
France.
be the best.
Is this okay? Can we agree with this then?
Yeah, I'll agree
let's
with that.
Yeah, I'll agree on that.
Okay, predict the 4th best third place teams.
Yeah.
Watch Hungary come second.
So
Ooh.
out of these, you need to pick one.
Obviously, Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
Okay,
I feel like
so-
Hungary are the whipping
3.
boys.
okay, 3.
I
Yeah.
think Croatia, I think goes in there, and I think maybe
Sweden.
Turkey.
I think Sweden.
Turkey.
If you look at that group,
Turkey and Russia. I think that'll be mine. Turkey, Russia, Croatia, and Sweden.
Look at Sweden. Look at Sweden's group again. Sib, sorry.
Ooh. Oh yes. Ooh.
Yeah, I think Sweden definitely.
Sweden. No, yeah.
I'm just looking at I was looking at Slovakia's team.
Russia though. Russia could look, man. Russia's still good, man. They always perform. They always somehow always go. They always sometimes or usually always get out, and they always do well in tournaments. Like I mean, they always get out of the group. So, it's tough.
What were you saying about Slovakia's team?
Oh, they have Milan Skriniar, they have Martin Dubravka. So straight away there you have two solid people in the back line. They have Marek Hamšík. I knew it was Slovakia that had Hamšík. He's another international player, like someone that performs on the international stage. I wouldn't be surprised because that group is a bit weird. There's not one brilliant team there. Even Spain aren't brilliant. Like that team can go anywhere.
Yeah, that group could really anything could happen in that group.
Yeah.
So for the four teams, we're saying Russia, Croatia, Sweden, Germany.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. These next stages should be pretty. Okay, I was going to say pretty easy. Belgium, Germany. Whoa.
For me, that's Germany. Belgium aren't as strong as
Germany,
they were.
Yeah.
We all saying Germany.
Yeah, I'm saying Germany.
Germany, yeah.
Italy, Ukraine. I think Italy.
Italy.
I think this is where it gets a bit easier.
France, Russia.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Now
Poland.
you see here, yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say Poland because look at the location. If you press view details, location matters.
Copenhagen.
Ooh.
I don't know.
You see
Can
how
Poland do it on a Monday evening in Copenhagen?
Let's go Scotland, man.
I don't know.
You see, if that match was at Wembley, I'm sending Scotland through. But because it's not, they don't have, that home field. The home nations. Have you ever watched the Republic of Ireland versus literally any team in the world? They score and it's like
Scotland
10 on the Richter scale. Like it's crazy.
Scotland can do it. I've got a feeling, man. Scotland can beat Poland. I think they can.
Yeah, with Scott McTominay, anything's possible.
John McGinn.
I forgot about McTominay.
That's
a crazy midfield, bro.
Scotland have a decent defense. They have Kieran Tierney, Andy Robertson, Scott McTominay.
It's like Shea Adams, I think Shea Adams can have
Shea Adams has been scoring goals.
Trust me, I think Scotland could be.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So you're saying Scotland?
Scotland.
One of the home nations. There's going to be at least two home nations in the quarterfinals. Maybe
Spain, Croatia. Ooh.
I'm putting Spain. Spain have to go through that.
Spain has to.
Spain. England, Portugal. England,
I'm saying
Portugal.
England. I'm saying England.
I'm taking Portugal. Yeah.
I'm
saying
taking Portugal. I'm saying Portugal.
We can't go out like this. I'm saying England. It has to be England.
No, there has to be a time when we come out, and this is where we go out.
No, we go out in the final when we play France. That's when we lose. We lose in the final against France.
This is all on you now.
It's England.
It's coming home, guys. It's coming home.
We dominate Portugal in the midfield.
Okay.
Bellingham, Rice, and Mount against Neves and Matinho.
England. Okay. Netherlands, Sweden.
Netherlands. And then it has to be for me.
Switzerland. I say Switzerland.
I say Denmark.
Yeah, I'm saying Denmark as well.
Denmark.
Yeah. Switzerland's midfield isn't the best. Denmark have a decent midfield. Game is won or lost there.
Yo, if we beat Portugal, we have a really good chance to get to the final.
Yeah.
Because I think Spain, we can. I think England,
yeah, we're beating Spain. We're beating Spain. We're not losing to Spain. We're not losing against Iago Aspas or Morata. Come on.
If you look at the team, they have the most balanced squad. Trust me. If you go through their players, their attack is dangerous. Their midfield is a really good midfield, and the defense is strong. And I think Italy are gonna. I think they're gonna beat them, man. I think then it's gonna be Italy and France semi-final, and then that's gonna be interesting. But I think Italy.
France.
So here
I
we
think
can just take
tactically
France.
Italy can probably take it because they have a proper coach there. They have Mancini. That's a Premier League winner. That's the only thing I'm giving Italy.
It is a democracy.
Germany has a better squad.
It is a democracy. So who's gonna pick? Who's gonna? Ibs, you gonna? Decide
I said Italy. So it's 2v2.
I said Germany.
Well, Ibs, you pick.
Yeah, I'll pick Italy this time.
Yes. Good.
So Spain, England,
England is coming home, guys. Coming home.
England.
and then Netherlands, Denmark.
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
That means England are going to the final. Italy, France. I think this way. France.
Every video I've seen people do this. Mark Goldridge did it. A few other fan channels. Every final is England versus France.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because everyone he's doing it is an England fan. So obviously we're going to say England are going to go through.
But 6 years ago, cool. But England, we have the squad. Forget the manager. Individual brilliance helps you at tournaments. Every match is a one-off match. That one bright spark from Harry Kane, that long shot from Marcus Rashford, that jinky run from
home advantage as well.
Foden. Yeah, semis and final are both at Wembley. That's
there's goalkeeper, defense, manager. That's a
it's coming home, guys. Guys, we're winning it. We're winning it. It's coming home.
So we're saying France.
Yeah, it has to be.
Look,
France are going to win the Euros. It's not a surprise.
I would say Italy, man, but France, from France. It's going to be that's going to be a good game.
Final Wembley, 8 p.m. Sunday, 11th of July.
It's coming home, man. It's coming home.
It's actually crazy.
And this is where it goes back to France.
Yeah. France are taking it back to Paris.
England are winning it.
Well, the thing is, if it's a final and it's England, France at Wembley, England are not going to lose at home.
Remember, the stadium's not full.
Well,
remember, England are playing at home.
It's 11th of July.
Hey, Brazil played at home. They lost 7-1. Just remember that.
11th of July, in a month's time, the stadium can even be, they can even get more fans in. So.
If England are in the Euro 2020 final at Wembley, I can't see anything other than an inspired Marcus Rashford hat trick.
Listen to this United fan.
Luke Shaw with the assist. That left-hand side, Rashford and Luke Shaw. Woo! What, against Benjamin Pavard?
The problem is Kante against Declan Rice, I think.
No, it's Kante against Jude Bellingham, our Lord Saviour.
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
France are taking this. Look, man, I think everyone's going for France, but who knows?
The thing is, if this is actually the final and we're at Wembley, England just can't afford to lose. England actually can't afford to lose.
Wembley's the only stadium England beat France this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to lose, man. They'll lose it.
Yeah, Mbappe versus Reece James. Should have bought one beside Trent. What's his name? Southgate's going to be on the bench, clenching his fist like Sir Alex Ferguson, thinking, "I need Aaron, man. I need him today. This is the match that I've been waiting for." And I think if it does happen, it's just unlucky, but I just have to go for England, man. The home advantage. It's like you ever played a school match at your home pitch in front of your peers, and it's like, I'm Ronaldo today, I'm Messi today, compared to when you play it away and you don't know anyone there, and you don't even feel it. Yeah, imagine the Euro.
Crazy, actually.
Yeah, the Euro 2020 final in front of your friends, in front of your family, in front of everyone that you know in your home country. You're so used to the blades of grass. You're so used to your surroundings. You're not out of your comfort zone. If anything, you're in your comfort zone. It's a big advantage, and the thrill that the players will be on. A few of these guys have just won a Champions League, so that pressure that they might have had if they weren't in that final. Even the City players, even though they lost, they've experienced the final. Marcus Rashford has experienced the final before. Almost all of these players have played in finals. I think with the home advantage, I think we have to, man.
Yeah, I think based on what you just said, I'm going to say England. So that's two.
Guess what?
Alex is still saying France.
I'm still saying France.
Yeah, it's coming home.
Okay.
I appreciate the monologue.
It's coming home.
It's very romantic, to be honest.
It's coming home.
It's
coming home, man.
I think
say N'Golo Kante is bossing that whole midfield, and he's fresh off the Champions League win, and he's going for that Ballon d'Or. It's definitely going to Paris.
Oh yeah, I want Kante to have every single trophy there is to win, man. So give it to
Paul Pogba versus Declan Rice. I feel sorry for Declan Rice. I'll be real.
Yeah. France are full of champions.
I know I just
France
said what
are
I said,
champions
but
of the world.
France. Yes, France. We'll go for France.
France are champions of the world.
I'm gonna be real. England aren't winning the Euros if we're playing against France in the final.
Well, one thing, I don't think has ever happened. I mean, it might happen, but I think it's been a very, very, very long time since a team won a World Cup.
Spain.
Then won the Euros the year later.
Spain.
Did they do it? 2008,
2010, 2012. I knew you was gonna say that
because then maybe then France were winning, but it's just I don't know, man.
France, they have a young. The thing is, the good thing about France is their team isn't old. They have a few, older players like Hugo Lloris, even N'Golo Kante.
I think Benzema, bringing Benzema back is actually like made the chances of winning it even higher. Now.
It's a masterstroke. Deschamps saw the group and knew that he needed Benzema. France can set up a legacy. The World Cup is next year. So this team that France have now is probably going to be the same team that get picked for the World Cup next year.
Imagine if they win it 3 times in a row, man. Jesus.
Spain won the Euros twice and the World Cup once. France can win the World Cup twice and the Euros once, which I think easily trumps what Spain did.
But look, man, I'll put it out there, Chelsea weren't really the best team. Chelsea won the strongest team in the Champions League and they've won it, So
yeah,
anyone can win a tournament. It's not just about being the best. Like Bayern, people. Yeah, I guess maybe Bayern Munich are probably the best team. They were the favourites to win it, same as Man City, but they lost.
You just have to avoid the best teams.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah.
So quickly, 5 minutes before we end the show, we'll just do a combined 11 best team. Like we'll all agree on a keeper, and then we'll just work our way up just to finish this video. So best goalkeeper,
Dean Henderson.
No, Neuer. I'm saying Neuer as well.
Dean Henderson easily.
What? How can you say Dean Henderson over Neuer?
It's passion.
Passion.
I'm trolling. Oh yeah, I'm trolling.
Alex.
Yeah. Neuer, man.
No, how you spell his name.
Yeah.
Okay. Luke Shaw.
Yeah, it has to be Luke Shaw.
There can't be anyone else.
No, the left back.
What, they're Minks? Oh, it's still on Luke Shaw.
No.
Oh my days.
We'll go to right back. Right back, I think we can say Cancelo.
Who else is out there? Wait, let me think.
You got Ricardo Pereira as well. Ricardo?
No, he's not going to play.
Nah.
He said since that ACL injury.
Cancelo or Walker?
Cancelo.
Cancelo, yeah.
Yeah, but you see, I need to look at all the teams. Well, yeah, I guess he's the most.
Centre backs.
Diaz,
yeah. Diaz has to be one of them.
Same with Ricardo. Rafael Varane.
Varane?
I don't know, man.
Varane, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
He's a bit sketchy.
It's not sketchy.
Okay, let me go for the
sketchy. France is not there holding his hand.
You're gonna say Kozuma, innit?
Italy, man. Italy still have really good defenders. Who else? Germany, no. Poland, no. Look, man. Harry Maguire. All right.
Oh my days.
Okay, I support United.
But my days.
I know, man, but no, I don't think he's not the best.
I say Varane.
Varane.
No, not Varane.
I just don't think.
So who are you gonna pick?
No, Tyrone Mings is,
why Ibs?
Yeah, put Varane, man. Put
I think
Varane over Maguire. Varane over Maguire.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Why are you questioning? What the hell? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with this guy?
It's a 3v1, so I can't say.
You think Varane's going to United and then second in command to Maguire? Maguire's got the armband on, but everyone's learning French. I'll tell you that because Varane is going to be the best centre back at the club. Varane is one of the best in the world.
DM. I was going to say Kante.
Kante has to, yeah.
No, you put Kante's not a DM. Kante's a central midfielder.
Yeah, but he's
Kimmich there.
France, man.
You have to put Kimmich there and Kante in front.
Ooh.
You have to put
Kimmich and Kante.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Then
and then
Pogba,
Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes or
I think
Pogba,
Pogba,
De
man.
Bruyne.
Fernandes,
I think
man.
Pogba goes in there instead of Fernandes.
De Bruyne.
Fernandes. I know
I
De
think-
Bruyne just one player.
No,
of the year.
but Kante and Pogba, that partnership.
I think Kante and Pogba instead of Bruno Fernandes, man. I think.
I still put Bruno there.
Unless we're doing a
Who's the most-
4-2-3-1.
Who's the most talented? Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
That way we can have Kimmich and Kante, and
Oh,
then
yes. Okay.
we can have Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put,
put Bruno there.
Put Ronaldo on the left,
Guys are putting
Lewandowski
Bruno
up front.
over
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, Abby Bates. Hello, yes, lads.
Oof. This team is saucy, man. This team with
Let us
This
know what
team-
you think of the team that we're choosing at the moment. This is like the best.
This team is.
Overall.
All I'm saying is that Bruno Fernandes is a howler. But
Wait, who are we putting? Wait, who are you
On the
putting
right?
between then?
Right.
I personally have it between.
Guys, wait. What about Mbappe? We need to put Mbappe.
Oh, Mbappe.
Oh, Mbappe on the right.
Christ.
Put
How could
Mbappe
I
on the
forget
right.
about
Put Mbappe
Kylian?
on the right, yeah.
You put Mbappe on the right, and then you have Lewandowski up front.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That team.
Bit.
So we're saying Lewandowski over Kane.
Yeah.
Nah, I say Rashford over Ronaldo, man. I'm joking.
Lewandowski.
Yeah, you put Lewandowski up front.
Okay, any replacements we should do before we save
No.
this team?
No,
I
nothing.
keep in McTominay.
Take out that
Kimmich.
left centre back. There's a place. He's actually the upper coming centre back. He's called Brooks, and he plays
I heard of some guy called Ibs. You know,
Centre back.
I saw your
years
touch
time.
in the video, man. I saw your touch.
next time. No, that video was a mistake.
Abby's just asked what you think of
What
Ben
happened,
White
man?
coming in.
Hmm.
Because he's already there now. He's already been chosen. I believe Ben White is better than Tyron Mings and Connor Cody, but I would have taken someone like Jesse Lingard when Trent dropped out. If I'm being
You
very honest.
You say you
like
take another
midfield,
attacker
right?
instead of a defender.
Or even we have how many defenders?
We have like
And
10
we have
already.
we have two right backs that can play in the three at the back. Because let's be real, Southgate is gonna go with Mings and Stones until Maguire comes back, and then Mings gets dropped. Ben White isn't getting a sniff. He's gonna be wearing AstroTurfs all tournament. He's not gonna be able to put his boots on. He's not gonna get a game. You need to bring someone else that's gonna actually affect the team. Because it's not even like Ben White's coming as an influence to the squad because he's never been there before. I just don't see the relevance of bringing Ben White unless you're going to start him. Unless you
Yeah.
start him, don't bring him as you know, as a backup. I still think it should have been Lingard because even if you don't play Lingard, there's
I
proof.
feel like Lingard is not even going to play.
Yeah, but
He's
neither is
not
Ben
good
White.
enough.
James will probably
No, Ben White will play,
I
whereas
don't think he
Lingard
will.
literally will not play
James
with
will
the
probably-
attack we
that's
have.
some serious
No, but
experience,
think
and
about
Southgate
it.
Loves Lingard, so he probably could have played.
But why would you bring? Why would Ben White be on the reserves if he's going to play anyway? Surely you would have just had him from original
I
26.
think he brought Ben White in because knowing that Harry Maguire is injured.
Yeah, Maguire.
That's why he did it.
Yeah, but Maguire's been injured.
But
Yeah,
you're
but-
not going to not include Maguire if there's a possibility that he could play.
Nah, you're saying Ben White's definitely going to play. Definitely going to play. So why was he dropped?
I don't know, man.
No, but he was only brought in for the provisional squad, literally.
Yeah.
And then he's managed to make his way in.
Well, I think it should have been Lingard because if pretend both of them don't play, I'd rather have Lingard there than Ben White because everyone knows what Lingard's about around the camp. He's a very energetic guy. He's very positive. At Manchester United, he still wasn't playing, but was positive. He lifted everything at West Ham. When he goes to England, he's in all of the videos. He's in all the Instagram, Snapchats. He's the guy that people go to. He's an experienced player. He's not young.
Media.
No, it's not just for social media, but he's the one that gets put on social media. He's like a mascot for the squad. Because if he's not playing, imagine England lose. I'd want Lingard there over Ben White. You know, and Lingard's been there before. Lingard was at the World Cup and an important player at the World Cup. He's one of the main reasons we got to the semi-final. I just don't see the point in picking Ben White unless you're going to play him in every game.
I think Ward-Prowse actually deserves a shot because these guys don't really have a set piece specialist ever since Trent hopped down. And Ward-Prowse would actually play in that. If they play that 3-4-3, he'd play in the 2 because Lingard would have to play up front and he'd be fighting with Sancho, the Grealishes and all that. I don't think he's going to play ahead of them. So Ward-Prowse playing in the 2 and then coming on, taking all the free kicks, set pieces. I think that would have been a shot.
Do you know what's mad? I just thought of something now. We think about Grealish, Phil Foden. Them two might not even start. What I'm thinking about now is you have certain, players have certain qualities. Grealish is one of the best in Europe. Foden is going to be one of the best in Europe. But when it comes to international football, there have been players that have been called out from the wilderness. Players like Danny Welbeck. He was at the last World Cup because he performs for England. Lingard performs for England. So even if he was there fighting against Grealish and Phil Foden, he'd probably still start over them. If I'm being totally honest, because he's a proven performer for England.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see how England perform. Obviously,
if the first game win the Euros,
England's first game is this Sunday. Euro starts on Friday. I think is there games every day? No,
I think so. I think there'll probably be like a couple of days or a day break between the group stage and the first.
So match day 1 is from Friday till Monday. Wait, match day 1? Match day 1 is Friday to Tuesday. Okay, yeah. Match day 1 is Friday to Tuesday. So match day 2 is we'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll obviously be doing videos after each group, like each round of games, each group. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Chinaka and Alex for joining us today. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Hopefully England, it's coming home. I'm wearing this top because obviously it could go to France. So I'm just wearing this just for now.
It's coming home, man. Someone reel up the tune. I need it.
It's coming on.